What's going on, guys? Back to working on the steps. That's what's up. You tune in and watch this after it's uploaded. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, leave me a comment. We did awesome. We were live yesterday, had over 14,000 viewers with 25 new subscribers. So see what we could do today. If you end up tuning in, double tap that screen. If you are interested in purchasing some of my carvings or one of my carvings, or see what I have available, check out that shopping bag or shopping tab right here in the video. I've got stuff ready to ship out, free shipping to the United States. We are working on custom stairs. Custom stair treads for a spiral staircase in a great big camp in Lake Placid. So that's what's up. That's what we're working on. The ones we were working on yesterday, I just moved out. Got to drill the hole in this, and we got these three we got to block out. I want to get all the carving done, and then I'll move into doing the sanding portion after, I think. This one's going to be a little bit different. So, let's see about drilling the hole a little bit different on this one. What's up, Daryl? How's it going, man? What's up, baby kisses? Thanks for being here, guys. Working on our stairs, working on our stairs. The three over here, we're gonna have to run chainsaws in a few minutes and kind of block those out, but first, gotta get this hole drilled. Usually I drill from the inside out, but it's gonna work out with this one. This one, it's got this inlet of land right here, and what I want to do is I want to set it up. I want to show you guys a little bit closer. So as you're carving these, as I'm carving these, my thought process is how our light's going to run when I put the LEDs in, you know. So lights are going to come in here. They're only going to be on the back side, and then I want to drill straight through this, so it's like a ledge, and then have them come right over to the other side. But they'll come in, they'll wrap up a little bit and wrap down. So the next bit is going to be putting this in the vise here, jaw horse this way, and attempting to kind of drill across now. Like, this is kind of like more scary than the other stuff here, because the grain runs this way. Right, the grain runs across. And I got a higher risk of busting this out as I'm trying to drill such a large hole. So it's kind of, it's a little stressful. And I'm kind of nuts, so it's like, hey, let's just do the stressful stuff live on YouTube. So if it breaks, it breaks. Yeah, you know, let's do that. Whatever. Sure, it'll be fine though. It's almost like I know what I'm doing sometimes. Almost, not always. All right, I have to do a bunch of hogging out on that. Main hole's punched through though, so now we can kind of do some bits and hog out a bunch of material. Oh yeah, that's it. Take our time. Wow, 49 people watching already. Listen guys, we're working on steps for a custom staircase. We got to carve all these out, right? Staircase is a spiral staircase, wraps around a tree trunk from one level down to the next in this massive camp on Lake Placid in upstate New York. We have 15 in total. We got quite a few done already though, carved up. These are going to waterfall down one into the next. So what I've got to do, carve this groove all the way around. This will get LEDs. We'll get river stones in here. Then we'll use epoxy, and epoxy is over, and they'll cascade. The epoxy will actually cascade over the front like it's heading down to the next tread, and then so on and so forth with each one. Each step has a little bit different design to kind of give it that flow of a stream or a creek wrapping down around this staircase. If anybody wants to be able to see what this looks like when it's done, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to get a piece of mine, a carving of mine, something that's ready to go, ready to ship, check out that shopping bag before you go today. Excited to see 40 people on in 6 minutes, 65 people on in 6 minutes. We had over 14,000 viewers yesterday and we were on 40 minutes. So really I'm excited to see how we do today. If you haven't hit subscribe, do that so you don't miss this project being completed and installed in the future, okay? Just talked to the customer yesterday. The goal here is to get this thing done in the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's my plan. That's the goal we set, and that's what we're going to be shooting for. So, carving these up though, and just working on getting this prepped and ready for epoxy and lights and all that good stuff. Need you guys to do me a favor. We got 70 people watching. Comment where you're from, what's the temperature. It's an easy comment, helps grow the live, helps grow the channel, brings in new people, new subscribers. This is what I do full time. I chainsaw carve, I create rustic furniture. Right now it's a project of a custom steps. All right, staircase was already built, spiral staircase. I've pulled out the 15 steps. We drew what's gonna look like a stream flowing down around the steps. Each step will cascade into the next with epoxy. We'll line them with LEDs, river stones, and maybe some carved fish, some other items the customer wants to put in. That will be like a completion video though. It'll have some little short clips of us working on it, probably from these lives. But once this is done, we'll have a video of it being installed and complete, so everybody can kind of see what that looks like. If you want to be able to see it finished, see how we make out, either we mess it up or we all right, here it comes out a full 100. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. 90 viewers in less than 9 minutes. I appreciate you. If you guys are here, tap that screen, send a thumbs up to the live. Feel free to share the live. Hoping to hit some big numbers on this live today, and I can't do it without your help. So if you have questions on the project, ask, and share where you're from, where you're located. I'm in upstate New York. Nice weather today. Feels like it's about 70. We're over 70 today. It's beautiful out. Where are you guys from? Where are you located? What's the temperature? Comment for me. North Carolina, 74 degrees. Nice, nice. Wisconsin's cold. New beginnings, what's happening? 99 people watching. Listen, if you hit subscribe while we're live, come back and let me know you just hit subscribe for the first time. Love to give you a shout out. Feel free to comment where you're from, what's the temperature. Love seeing it. We have people from all over the world watching. We had somebody from Poland yesterday, and we had somebody from oh shoot, was it Ireland? I think it was Ireland. Pretty neat though. Dust this out, see what's up. Indonesia. That is wild. Gratis, thanks for your comment. Indonesia. Beautiful day out here, actually working up a sweat. Hope you guys are doing well. Over 100 watching. 5 thumbs up, help me out. Give me a thumbs up. See if we can hit 10 thumbs up in the next 5 minutes or less, guys. What's going on, Michael? Hope you're having a good day, man. Still got a little bit in there that I cannot get to with the carbon burr. So we gotta see if we can hog it out with a drill bit. I really don't like getting back in there with this thing. You know what it is. Might have been enough. Anybody new that's tuning in, we are working on steps for a custom staircase here. These treads are for a spiral staircase, right? This big camping like classic. You guys can see what's up, right? Big tree trunk from one level to the next. Got 15 steps. I went in with a customer. He drew up this design so it's going to look like a stream when we're done. So we drew this stream looking pattern all the way down around this staircase. Now I'm carving out each tread. So this will flow together like water. Each one's going to get LEDs in these grooves that are around the back like a ledge or an overhang. And we're going to put in some river stones. So LEDs, river stones, we're going to probably do some carved fish. Customer has some other items they want to add to this. And then what's going to happen is we'll build some dams and we'll epoxy it all down and over like a waterfall. The goal is to have each stair tread cascade into the next and so on and so forth all the way down the staircase. So it looks like a flowing stream inside their camp, you know, all the way down this staircase. So If you want to be able to see it complete though, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all so you don't miss the uploads when we go live working on this. And you especially don't want to miss that upload when this project is complete. As long as it goes well, it should look pretty awesome. If you want though, I have pieces available in the shopping bag. You guys can check those out. They are ready to be shipped out. It's free shipping in the United States. I appreciate everybody that's been here. Yesterday we had over 14,000 viewers with 25 new subscribers. Hoping to get another 25 or more. And it'd be awesome if we get more viewers. The only way to get more viewers is when you guys like the live. When you hit subscribe, you come back to the live. Let me know you hit subscribe so we can give you a shout out. And comment where you're from and what's the temperature. Always love seeing everybody all over the world watching, hanging out, conversing. So feel free to comment, guys. Appreciate it. To my carvers, those of you that use burrs, I use Saburrtooth burrs, all right? So go to saburrtoothtools.com, saburrtooth.com. When you guys have an order to place, use code HALL10, HALL 10, all right? Get 10% off your orders when you guys order through Saburrtooth. Alright, we're going to run chainsaws here in just a second so we can start blocking out the next stairs. Here's this one though. You can see we kind of carved through right here. So the LEDs will run through that spot. Like I was saying, alright, these stair treads, the goal is these are going to cascade from one into the next to look like a flowing stream or a flowing creek all the way down this staircase. So this will be in upstate New York, massive camp on Lake Placid. Pretty big commission job. Let me set this one aside though, and we got 3 more back there. We're gonna run saws and start blocking them out. I think the very top tread is going to be the trickiest. I'm going to say that one for last. This is the top tread. This one I'm going to say for last. So the customer wanted it to look like feeders, like the start of little feeder streams going into the next stream. You know, going in collectively, getting bigger and bigger and creating that stream down the staircase. So it's only slight streams that we have to actually carve out on this one. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to put LEDs in that, because it's like a ton of connections and I'm not sure I'm going to have the space. So trying to figure, like, still work that up in my head how that one's going to go, but we shall see. Get this thing spun here a little bit. Know what I didn't do? I didn't put fuel and bar oil in these chainsaws. Figures, because now we got 264 people watching. All right, 264 people watching. I'll give you a breakdown. I'm gonna run saws in a minute and start blocking this next one out. I'm working on steps for a custom staircase, all right? We want this thing to look like a stream or a creek is flowing down around this spiral staircase in a great big massive camp in Lake Placid. So I gotta carve each one out. We'll be putting river stones, LED lights, filling them with epoxy, and then we'll actually be making like a waterfall effect with that epoxy to cascade over into the next one. There's 15 in total. It's a tree trunk that goes from one level to the next, and then these wrap around in a spiral staircase kind of setting. If you want to be able to see what that looks like done, make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, and if you want to get a carving of mine that is done and ready to ship, check out that shopping bag. Those available pieces are in there. I've got to put some fuel and some bar oil in these guys. So hit subscribe and come back to this live. And hopefully we'll be making some noise with some two-stroke toys. Oh yeah, hope you're all having an awesome day. Comment where you guys are from. Appreciate seeing where everybody's located when they're watching. Just gotta fuel and oil up these saws. It's always something I forget to do before I go live. Always something. Hope you're all doing well. 186 people here hanging out. Oh my gosh, can't believe all 186 of you watching that are already subscribers. That is wild. Love to hear where everybody's from. Comment your location. I'm in upstate New York. We always get quite a few North Carolina people on here, it seems like, which is all right. They're Ford people, but you know it's okay. They can like Fords, I guess. Anybody out there buy one of these electric trucks yet? I am curious to that. Anybody? We got anybody? 142 watching. Anybody own an electric truck yet? Nothing? No? Alright, I just need a drink. We'll start running saw. 11 likes, 142 watching. Just buy the best. Stop it. Husqvarna owners say the same thing too. I appreciate you guys. 144 watching, 11 thumbs up. Double tap that screen, hit subscribe for me guys. Let's make some noise. you're all doing well. We are working on custom steps. We are going to be working on a staircase to have it look like a flowing stream with epoxy and LED lights and river stones. This thing is going to cascade from one step into the next. It's 15 in total. Spirals up around a big tree trunk inside this massive camp on Lake Placid. If you want to be able to see what that looks like done, smash that subscribe button, all right? So we'll have a video with this thing complete so everybody can check it out. If you're interested in getting a chainsaw carving for yourself, check out that shopping tab. I got pieces in that shopping tab ready to ship, available to go today. They'll be in the mail probably tomorrow. If you buy something today, it'll be in the mail tomorrow. There's 278 watching and only 12 thumbs up. Any way to get 20 thumbs up. If you're hanging out, double tap that screen for me and hit subscribe. All right, guys? Feel free to comment where you're from. Love seeing everybody all over the world watching. Comment where you're from. What's the temperature? I'm in upstate New York. We're like 70, 75 degrees out here today. 13 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. If you hit subscribe during this live and you come back, let me know. Say, hey, I just hit subscribe, and we'll give you a shout out. Paul from New Zealand. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we got, out of the US, we've got somebody from New Zealand and we have somebody from Indonesia watching today, which is really cool. Appreciate the comment, Paul. Thanks for sharing. Donna's in Florida with 75. Nice. Crazy steel user. Yeah. At least it's not a Husqvarna. I'm just kidding. Whew. Raining in Wisconsin. It feels like it's getting warmer here in upstate New York today. in the shade. We're almost at that 80 mark. It's getting warm here. Where's everybody from? What's your temperature? Comment, guys. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all so you'll miss future uploads. You don't want to miss future lives. We're not always carving stairs. We'll be carving some different animals and things like that in the future, but I got to work on this job until it's done, so that's what we're doing together. This is for a custom staircase. The idea is going to be LED lights, river stones, epoxy, 15 steps. Each one will cascade down into the next. We want this thing to look like a flowing stream or creek when we're done. So that's the idea inside a big massive camp on Lake Placid, upstate New York. Where are you guys from? What's the temperature? Appreciate seeing it. Tap that screen. We're up to 14 thumbs up. And hopefully climb. Got some new chaps. Got some new bright orange and black chaps. Company sent me from TikTok. This is from Yard Morris. I was going to tag them in the video, but I couldn't find them here on YouTube. These are heavy, heavier than my woodcutter series from steel. Can't remember how many layers these are, but they are probably going to turn into my winter chaps, because out here today, I don't think I can carve in these things all summer. These are hot. Hot. I'll do a video promoting them though. If anybody needs a pair of chaps, I'll do a short and you guys can shop through that. End up having to do review videos for products on TikTok lately. Gets more views than my art on there. And then I've been Give me 1 second. My watch died. Oh, it's Daryl's favorite part. Stand by, guys. It's gonna pause. Stand by. How about now? Probably not, right? No sound? Still? I didn't realize somebody would have a favorite part. So, Daryl, I'm glad you have a favorite part. Watching me bust these pieces out. That's cool. That's cool, man. Hacking away. Yep. Now this step, so I've numbered these 15 down to number 1. So as it goes down, I want the steps to get carved out deeper, deeper, and deeper. roughly. So that means these top three, this is 14, we got 15 and 13 over here, are going to be a little more shallow. I don't want to get too crazy and have them, you know, hogged out super deep, unless the customer decides he wants to put a fish in there or something. If he does, then we'll come back, we'll carve them out a little deeper. But in my mind, this is where the stream starts up at the top, so it should be kind of shallow, you know. And as it grows and gets momentum coming down the staircase, and it gets deeper and wider and starts to flow together a little bit more with a couple offshoots and things like that. All right, I think I'm done monkeying around with that for now. Nice little drink here of the old Powerade. Listen, to my members, this is what you guys are fueling me with this summer. I'm buying Powerade with your memberships, so I appreciate it. Michael, baby kisses right there. Big fans, big members that hit join to the channel. You guys are going to be buying me blue Powerades for the summer. I can't do Gatorade anymore. Get some really bad indigestion off that junk. Not off these, though. Hoping once we ban dyes here in the United States, these will taste even better. Yeah, I got to show off the... I will not be doing epoxy molds for the fish. I will be carving them out of like cherry burl and different exotic woods if we decide to carve fish and put them in there. Yeah, Gatorade gets me bad. I don't, you know, whatever's in the Powerade though, Powerade doesn't bother me like Gatorade. Gatorade, like, but this stuff doesn't do it. I mean, if I drink gallons of it in a day, then yeah, I got problems. But usually I only do about one, maybe two on a hot day. And then I'm drinking water. I got water over here too, so let's bust out this animal. Woo! If you're here watching, tap that screen. Make sure you hit subscribe. Come back, let us know you hit subscribe for the first time. We'll give you a shout out. Or just comment where you're from. I appreciate it, guys. This is a gouge. A gouge. They'll call it like a debarker or something like that. I got it on an MS 170. You can run it on an MS 250 as well. You really got to be careful running it slow, half power. Hey, thanks for the gift, baby kisses. I appreciate it. Yeah, Suzanne, I've had this for a long time. I had this orange one before you could get it everywhere. I found it on Etsy years ago. It was the only place I ever saw one, and I paid like 85 bucks and had it shipped to me straight from Russia. because that was the only place that had them. Came with a bunch of Russian writing and all this stuff, but yep. The only other one I believe is called the Harry Kane, something like that. And those go for about 700 bucks. And they got two of these wheels. And they're a little bit closer together, but they're like 700, yeah, like $800 for one. And I ain't doing that. My disclaimer on it, all right? My disclaimer running this. If you don't have good upper arm strength, just don't even do it, all right? Your chain brake still works, which is a plus. It'll still stop it, but when this grabs, can have some pretty gnarly kickback, especially if it's winding down and going slow. What is up? Hope you're all doing well. I think you paid about Susan. Is that what you got? Did you get one of those attachments? I think it's through Bob King's website. I think it's what you can get them through. I can't remember what his website is on now. You also got the Mampa tools. You can put those on grinders and stuff. Romaine, what's trees? Trees are primarily cellulose, I believe. Pine, carven yellow pine. These are treads. No worries, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Yellow pine, big pine trees. So these are treads for a large spiral staircase. It wraps down around a tree trunk. We're carving them out. We'll end up using LED lights, river stones. We're going to probably carve some fish. And we're going to use epoxy to fill them in. And it's going to look like a stream flowing down around this staircase. I get this groove cut and I'll show you guys kind of what's up. But it'll be a custom staircase in a massive camp on Lake Placid. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the final video and you won't miss other lives and uploads. I also have available chainsaw carvings in the shopping bag. This is what I do for a living, so when you guys make a purchase, it supports me directly. When you become a member to the channel, it supports me directly. When you just watch my videos, when you like them, when you comment on them, when you hit subscribe, all those things help keep me going, keep this channel alive, and keep me pushing forward on making content and doing this thing that I love and love to share with you guys. So I appreciate it. Appreciate all my members and everybody watching. You guys are awesome. We got just over 14,000 viewers yesterday. We got 25 new subscribers, so I'm eager to see what the numbers are today. If you go and hit subscribe and you come back, comment, let us know. We'd love to see that. Love to see that. I say we because I got a bunch of regulars on here, and they love to see that too. So appreciate it, though. Watch. Like I said, working at custom stair treads, right? So here's one of them. Another one that we got to carve. Carved out, look like a stream. So use a cascade with epoxy over and into the next one. That's the plan, that's the goal. If you want to be able to see it done, smash that subscribe button for me. This one's ready for power tools, so we're going to grab the next one with the chainsaw here. Keep blocking out, blocking out. Yep, so this is a spiral staircase. It's going to come down around a tree trunk. Each one of these treads are getting carved. Each one will be a little bit unique, but the goal here is for it to flow. So it's going to look like a stream flowing down around this staircase. Each tread will cascade into the next with a little bit of a waterfall kind of overhang to look as realistic and as natural as possible. There'll be LEDs in each tread to illuminate the water, and we'll have river stones. We're going to do some carved fish. The customer has some of their own personal, effects that they'd like to add here and there in the epoxy. So it's kind of where we're at. We got about another 4 to 6 weeks to get this job done and ready for installation. So Daryl's golfing. That's funny. If you guys want to help me grow the live, all you got to do is comment where you're from. Join in with the conversation down here with my regulars. Just hit subscribe, come back, let us know. You can always comment where you're from. It's awesome to see where everybody's located. We get people from all over the world watching on these lives, and I appreciate it. Tap that screen, guys. We've probably had thousands of people watching today, and we're only at 23 thumbs up. Come on, I feel like we could hit more than that. Let's go, let's go. That's it. No way we're out of fuel. Raleigh, North Carolina. What's up, Eric? Daryl and Michael. Eric, I know it's your first comment. Ford or Chevy? I got a poll going for all my North Carolina folks that have been watching. Are you Ford or Chevy? Or maybe neither. It's a North Carolina thing. It's a North Carolina thing. I'm telling you right now. This was a setup. Daryl, you know Eric, don't you? I'm just playing, man. I appreciate your comment. I really do, Eric. Thank you. Come on, chainsaw. Do your thing. She don't want to work. Come on. You got gas. She says no. You know what saw that is? That's an off-brand one. Ah, she got gas. What do I do? Don't want to go to work, though. She's supposed to be lazy. She's pretending to be a Husqvarna right now. That's what's happening. Throw this thing out the window. Yeah, that's true. That one's an off-brand one, too. Nothing wants to run. You know what the problem probably is? I bet you they're vapor locked. That had some pressure in there. A little bit of pressure in there, not bad. Oh, everybody's being a butthead. See if relieving the pressure on this one made a difference for us. Alright, well, that's that Neotech, that other one. That's why I didn't make a video yet. They said go buy that saw, it's awesome. To my beginners, that is not the safest way to get sawdust off, right? It's how you pop an eyeball out or blow an eardrum through your head. Just so you know. What's going on? You guys suck. So, Eric, I'll give you a look around. Stick with me. Now I got a Ford channel. Figures. All right, so this is what everybody always sees, right? So we're in a 10 by 20 canopy tent. I got walls off Amazon. Close it all in, okay? Ran some 2x4s for the snow load because I keep it up year round. Run ratchet straps to help with snow load. 2 roof covers on here to hold snow load. Put up kind of that clear plastic in the background behind the fans. It gives me about a 6-7 foot depth of space where I can kind of put finished, clean products, items. This is the side of the tent you guys don't usually see at all. All right, so we were here. This is the open end. So this is the other fan. The Vevor fans are behind me. This is what I'm always seeing, right? There's my air. You guys don't usually see over here very much, but all right, we got different saws, all that stuff set up, just blocking off, keep some of the sawdust out here. Close shot of the tools set up. These don't work great. I need to make some new ones though to keep those up there. Yeah, and then this is kind of behind you guys on the phone. That's what I'm working in. 10 by 20 from Harbors Freight. Stick with me, guys. Sorry, I got to plug this in. Don't go throwing up. I mean, if you do, you're at your own house, so puke at your own risk, right? Let's see here. Ta-da! Here we go. Thanks. Hey, Sue, how's it going? Yeah, Michael, you can never have enough tools. Never have enough tools. 80. Yeah, you got 80. I think that's what we're pushing. Yeah, we're at 80 now here in the shade in the tent. Pushing 80, pushing 80. Woo. Get a little drink and then we're gonna pop all these pieces out. Yeah, I do my best to keep things locked up. Like you were saying, Eric, I've got cameras all over the property that go right to my phone. So pretty much outside of the tent, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras that case this area, and then I've got a handful of them around the house and a couple in my back area of my property as well. Basically, when you step foot on here, we got you. We got your mug all the way around. I was hoping for the xylophone effect, but it's too solid. bunch of knots in there. If you're just tuning in, be sure to smash that subscribe button so you can see these steps complete, or maybe next time we go live. Feel free to comment where you're from. Always like seeing where everybody's located. If you're interested in getting a piece, something I've carved, I've got available pieces in the shopping bag, all right? You can check those out before you go. Hit subscribe before you go. We're working on a custom spiral staircase, all right? We got to carve out these steps, use epoxy, LED lights, and make this thing look like a stream flowing down and around the staircase, all right? The epoxy is going to overspill from one tread down to the next. Should be pretty neat. If you want to be able to see what that looks like when it's done, smash that subscribe button for me. What is going on? You make honey? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, we have had teenagers busting in cars, usually in the summer. Between the dogs that have pretty good ears and pay attention, make all kinds of noise. Usually those break-ins happen at night, but cameras go off and my phone goes off almost immediately in the evening. I have it set on different settings, so even when a car goes by, I can see the car, make, model, and may or may not be able to get license plates as they drive by. There's that. Now, some of those teenagers aren't showing up on cars, they're on foot, busting in cars, stealing catalytic converters, all that good stuff. So, having cameras, though, that send alerts to your phone like that, it's pretty nice. I know I've gone outside a couple times around 12 o'clock because we had somebody drunk, like last summer, walking up the sidewalk, stopped and turned, started walking up my steps, and I was like, nope, that's not gonna work for me. Walked out, opened my back door, stuck my head outside, and the guy was like, turned around and went the other way. Yeah, Sue, it's good times. Oh, I just got really fine sawdust. Can you believe that? White fine sawdust right in the old eyeball. Can't imagine where it just came from. Ugh. It's like 80 grit sandpaper just rubbing on the old, right on the old eyeball. I am working on steps, custom steps. Robert, what's going on? Yeah. I have had this axe head since I was a kid. I'm 40. Had this axe head since I was a kid. We had a like an Animal Land, Animal Farm kind of thing you could go visit. And they had like souvenirs. And back then you could buy a hatchet for a souvenir. So I got a souvenir hatchet, and I also got a souvenir bow and arrow because they had like Native American Indian stuff and all that. So that was pretty cool. Michael's hanging out in Weldon. Good times. All right, I gotta try to wipe this out of my eyeball because I can't see squat. Because we still gotta run the saw with the gouge. Well, that didn't do anything for me. Ah, good times. Need to get myself one of those eye wash stations. That'd be awesome. $90 watching. Hey, we're finally at 30 thumbs up. Heck yeah. Listen, 90 watching. If you're just tuning in, we are working on treads for a custom staircase. This staircase is going to be in a massive camp on Lake Placid in upstate New York. Spiral staircase down around a tree trunk, okay? I've got the stair treads, 15 of them. We got to carve each one out. We're going to put LED lights in them to glow where we carved. We'll add river stones. We're going to add epoxy so each stair tread cascades down into the next like a flowing stream all the way down and around, and it'll light up, so it'll be pretty cool. Hit subscribe so you don't miss that. If you want to get a carving of mine, check out that shopping bag. I have available pieces ready to ship out. Keep looking at my watch like I'm going to see the time, but it is dead. 2:47. 50 likes would be sweet. I wish I could see stats while I'm live. I'd love to see how many viewers we had already today, but I got TikTok. Ah, man, my eyeball's killing me. I could swipe a little bit and I could see stats, but it doesn't show me on here. Nobody wants to run today. Figures, this is like the last one. Thinking about it. Got fuel in it, but we'll top it off. Maybe that'll help. It's almost acting. There's no pressure in there, but it's still got fuel. Acting like it's vapor locked though. Run a little bit and shut off. Probably junk in the carburetor. The old carburetor. Yeah, that's carburetor problem. So sweet. This is a day in life of carving though. What's up, Bear Ram? How do you check for pressure in a saw? If you're checking to see if your saw's toast or blown and you don't have tools to do that, you grab the cord. This saw has good compression. If you're talking about that kind of pressure. while this saw is running like a turd, probably because it's got sawdust in the carb. Another saw with good compression. Slow drop. If the saw drops fast, chances are toast. Hey, how's it going? 108 watching, I know, 31 thumbs up, that's it. See if we can get this gouge running again. Otherwise I gotta resort to using the nose of the bar to make it happen. Not gonna do it. There, got that hot mess done. can tell Eric's gonna fit right in here. What's he making other than messing his tent? What's going on? Give you guys a look at what's going on, all right? Stair treads. For a spiral staircase, all right? Each stair tread's got to get carved out. We actually only have one left to kind of carve with the saws. These still got to get going through though with the power tools and carving burrs. Watching a wasp fly in here, that's fun. So, I mean, they kind of are, right? You can see they're cut out. Each stair tread will get LED lights around the edges and ledges here. Then we're going to put river stones. Some will get carved fish. The customer has some personal effects that they want to add as well to certain stair treads. Then what we'll do is we'll build like a custom dam for each one. And then we'll fill these. I'll put a little bit of colored epoxy, but mostly clear epoxy in these. And that epoxy is going to come out and roll over the edge with a little bit of a waterfall overhang. And it'll continue that kind of flow all the way down so that these things will look like a flowing stream down around the spiral staircase. That's the plan, that's the goal. Hopefully the end result. Quite a bit of work, like planning and time has to really go into these, you know. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to do the LEDs exactly. I have a general idea, but a lot of figuring and planning, you know what I mean? So the epoxy is probably the biggest expense. It's going to be a lot of money for all the epoxy we're going to need. Some of these stair treads are going to take almost 4 or 5 gallons to fill them. And they don't look like they would take that much, but some of the deeper ones, you know, just with rough calculations, are going to take that much. So it's a pretty big project. Customers got some really awesome ideas for some stuff in the future as well. So looking forward to continuing our business relationship, you know, and hopefully we'll be doing some really cool projects in the future. All right, this is the last one. This is number 15. This is the top, the first stair, the first step in the staircase. This one, this particular tread here is a little sketchy. So this one is like feeders. Instead of it just being a pond at the top or something like that, the customer wanted it to look like kind of like the water coming out of the ground and then creating the stream down. So this one is drawn up. Like, we sat and meticulously designed water flow and everything, like the best way to make it look like it's flowing and all that. So these will be feeders, kind of where a stream starts. And then these will go down to the one we just finished and spread out a little more, and the next one spread out more, and everything gets wider, a little deeper. And we'll have a couple offshoots here and there as well. That is what's up. However, I have to get off this live because I've got to grab my bottle of water and blast it in the old eyeball because I can't see very good out of my left eye because the fans blew and the sawdust flew, and it's not even a chunk. You know what it is? It's this stuff. This ultra super duper fine stuff is in my eyeball. Yeah. Did a folding table with river. That's pretty cool. From not up close. That's all right. Looks good from my house. Yeah, we were at like 30 something likes. Now we're down to 27. People probably double tapped that already tapped it. Yeah, epoxy's fun. fun and expensive. And when you make a mistake, it's usually an expensive one. Don't do that at home, kids. It's how you blow your eardrums out of your head. Whew. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. We've been on here for what, hour and a half. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. I do. Eric, it depends. If I got stuff going on or not, carving, doing rustic furniture, working on stuff like this, YouTube, TikTok, these are things that I do full time. This pays the bills. So when we get new viewers, new subscribers, new people that hit join, people that purchase my work through the link or buy swag like t-shirts and stuff like that, all that stuff pays the bills. When I'm not doing this stuff, when I'm not carving and doing content and all that, I also turn wrenches on chainsaws, and I do that on another channel as well, Kyle's Chainsaw Rescue. So you can also find that one if you're interested in that stuff. We got some saws we've built from the ground up because they were just toast. We have more. All those saws are toast. They all got to get rebuilt. When I have time, I'll be making videos. We'll be building those saws and getting them back together. Yeah. I got a game though I got to go to here in a little while, and I need to rinse this sawdust eyeball out. So hopefully I can get this one done. We'll see what tomorrow brings, if we're going to be live or not. I'm not sure at the moment, but if so, you'll know. We'll be live. We'll be here hanging out. I appreciate you guys hanging out today, though. Can't wait to see these numbers. I'll make a short. I'll post it later this evening and let y'all know where we landed. Yesterday was 14,000 viewers and 25 new subscribers, so we'll see what we hit today. Appreciate everybody chatting. Appreciate our new followers and people that have hit join and support the channel directly. You guys are awesome. Hope you all have an awesome rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys soon. You'll get to see the finished product, Karen. Yes.